Inside of a SW-owned hospital, Ijin is waiting at a door, presumably for Dayun. He gets a text, and it's from the group chat he formed with his school friends. They talk a bit, causing Ijin to smile. He leans into his chair, looking at the department he is in, the Mental Health Institute. It cuts to the aftermath of that eventful night, where the kidnappers were arrested. Dayun is getting a checkup, Yuna coming from behind Ijin, saying she should go to the hospital, not only for possible invisible injuries she may have, but also for her psychological health, noting the problems she had with the bully siblings previously. She might need plenty of therapy and treatment. She comes out of the room, saying there's nothing to worry about, and she will have to come only once a week. She asks about Ijin's condition, who says that he only had some bruises and small cuts, but that's about it. She sighs in relief, while Ijin is thinking about what happened and how she might be affected. Dayun goes to ask a question, but stops, thinking that she can't ask him. She can't ask what kind of life he lived before coming to Korea to be able to fight so well. They meet with Yuna, who asks about their checkups and counseling. She also apologizes profusely, with Dayun saying she should stop, as she also apologized yesterday too. Ijin locks eyes with Yuna's guard, who looks at him diligently. Dayun asks about Sukju, saying to Ijin that they should visit him. Inside his hospital room, Dayun thanks him, bowing her head while doing so. He gets flustered, saying it's okay, there's no need for that. She also asks how he is doing, his condition improving by a lot. Yuna and her guard look at Ijin from behind, staring. They say their farewells and leave the room. They begin to discuss Ijin, with the guard saying he can't believe someone so young could defeat so many people. Yuna wonders if it's as impressive, but the guard begins explaining. This isn't as simple as him beating up a lot of people. He silently took down over 10 people who were standing outside, not ending them, only incapacitating them or knocking them out. And even injuries of the 2 guys in the warehouse. There aren't many people who can use a knife at that level of skill and training, much less in combat. Plus, the 2 kidnappers in the warehouse and 4 of the soldiers outside were highly trained from a foreign country. Considering this and Sukju's report, Ijin is most likely a trained professional with extensive experience in combat. While walking to their house, Dayun thanks Ijin, saying she's always getting helped. Ijin retorts this, saying he should be the one thanking her, as he feels he can understand a little. He thinks of the time Dayun worried for him, being the first time someone genuinely was worried for his safety. He can finally begin to understand what a family is. Inside the tall building, the woman who is affiliated with Yuna somehow talks about Sukju, praising his capability to rescue her in such a short amount of time. She also laments that Yuna has him, saying that she should be the one to own him. Her subordinate says that there is a strange rumor, however. Sukju did a lot, but it was mostly done by a student from the same class as him, the CEO showing interest in this matter. She is surprised that her grandpa would be involved, wondering if the rumor really is true. While training inside his room, Ijin thinks of how he looked in front of Dayun, training even harder in the process. She calls him to the dining room, saying he should eat some fruit. While there, he asks about her condition, with her saying that he already asked that earlier and that she is fine. She smiles at him, saying he doesn't have to worry about that, her noting that Ijin was worried about the way he looked in front of her. He must think that she's really surprised and would ask him how he learned those moves. But she won't, as he did all of those things to save her. She also won't press him about the past, saying that she couldn't tell Grandpa about the bullying that was occurring either. Some things you just can't say. Dayun's phone suddenly rings, causing her to jump a bit. It's a call from Yuna, inviting Ijin to the convenience store close by. He arrives, seeing the many guards she now has due to the incident. She tells him to sit down, and he does so. She apologizes for getting Dayun mixed up in all of this, but also thanks him for rescuing her. He says that he only did it for Dayun, and knowing this, she would still like to thank him. She says she also won't investigate him no more, his eyes growing cold while staring at her. Yuna says that she had to investigate him, as he was quite suspicious, and a lot of bad things have been happening to her due to the circumstances she is in. Apparently almost being kidnapped in America too, Ijin gets up to leave. But she stops him, saying that her grandfather wants to meet him, wanting to show his gratitude in person. He refuses, saying he wasn't trying to rescue her in the first place. While walking back to his house, he spots one of Dusik's subordinates walking out of an alleyway, bloodied up and bruised. He spots Ijin, saying it's his fault. Evidently, the Goseong clan found out he helped Ijin, causing them to storm Dusik's hideout. At the place, a myriad of goons and their leader corner Dusik, the leader asking why he doesn't give up. Dusik laughs at him, saying that even though he knew his men were on vacation, he was still scared to come alone. One perks up, saying he messed with the congressman, and also with the Goseong guys recently. He tauntingly says he just had to educate them, causing the leader to get mad, ordering his men to tear Dusik up. They try to incapacitate him, but he dodges and deals with them one by one, quite skillfully too. One takes him by surprise, hitting him on the back with a piece of wood. He makes short work of this attacker, but the attack injured him. He notes how many people are him to end him, saying this must be the end of him. He also thinks about Ijin, wondering if he saved his sister. Outside of the building, Ijin arrives on Dusik's bike, with one of the goons that were outside cussing him out, exclaiming he can't be here. His mouth closes, however, when Ijin kicks him right in the chin. It seems he has come to rescue Dusik. He makes short work of the rest that were outside, and while going inside, a terrifying red aura emanates from him. While inside, he gets spotted by a pack of goons who warn him to get out. He is having none of it, however, as he knocks one out instantly, causing the rest to rush him. But with a few quick punches and kicks, he knocks out all but one, who tries to run away. To no avail, as Ijin rushes him with a flying kick, incapacitating the goon instantly. While Dusik is fighting, the leader thinks about his fighting prowess, saying they wouldn't have been able to win if he had more forces. He fights valiantly, but there are too many, and they slowly whittle him down. One says that he should just give up, as they will treat him well if he does so. He refuses, smiling sinisterly, saying they should go until the end, causing everyone to sweat a bit at his expression. They begin hearing the commotion Ijin is causing, wondering what is happening. He arrives, coming out of a hallway directly into the room, one wondering who this brat might be. Dusik asks him why he's here, and Ijin says he just had to return the motorcycle. One of the leaders laughs at this notion, ordering his men to mess Ijin up too. Dusik warns them, saying they should let him go. The leader scoffs, saying they can't let him go. But it would be Ijin who would let them go, as he eliminates the goons that attacked him swiftly, causing the leaders to panic. Dusik says he forgot to tell them something about him, that being that even he can't beat that guy. More rush him, but no dice, as Ijin is unbeatable. While having their attention set on Ijin, Dusik takes this opportunity to eliminate the leaders. After the fight, Dusik falls down, huffing from how tired he is. Ijin stands above him, with his knuckles blottied up. He says that the debt has been repaid, with Dusik thinking it must be about the information he gave Ijin. He asks what happened to his sister, Ijin saying that thanks to him, they managed to save her in time. Dusik's subordinate wakes up in a hospital bed, screaming for his boss. He is right next to him, however, looking at his subordinate with tired eyes. He asks his boss how he got here, who says he got hurt and took a cab here. He asks about the clans that attacked him, the Goseong and the Seongsu clans. He says they've all been taken care of. Dusik also says that he must have met Ijin, the subordinate, saying that he got pissed after the attack and went to look for him. When he met Ijin, he wasn't thinking straight, so he ran up to him in rage. He was quickly knocked out by Ijin, however, sending him to the hospital in the process. Dusik thought he was at death's door when he saw all the clan men kept pouring in, but Ijin appeared, taking down everyone on both sides, leaving without looking back afterwards, saying his debt was paid. High subordinate notes how cool that is, wondering what kind of monster he really is. Dusik jokes, saying he is just a normal high schooler. While playing football, Ijin catches the ball out of instinct, much to the dismay of his friends. The game ends, and they ask Ijin if he wants to go play at the PC cafe. Ijin says that he will come later, since he has to take his sister home today. They say that a spot will be saved for him. While packing up to go home, Dayun thinks about what kind of soup she should make when she arrives home. But her thoughts get interrupted, as she hears Ijin's name coming out of a classmate's mouth. A few girls are looking outside at the boys, all of them admiring Ijin. They go to Dayun, asking her if Ijin has a girlfriend. They wait for the answer impatiently, Dayun saying that he doesn't, and they rush in embarrassment out of the door. While going out of the school gate, Dayun notes how popular Ijin is, even Yuna asking about him frequently. She wonders why he doesn't have a girlfriend yet. Perhaps no one of interest has come into his life yet. She spots Ijin, who is talking with his friend at the school gate. She greets them. Lee, flustered by this, greets her too. They all go ahead without Ijin, saying they will wait for him. Dayun asks if he made plans with them, him saying he is going to go after stopping by their house. Dayun knows it's because of her, saying she is fine, and it's even bright outside. He doesn't have to keep doing this. She even refused a bodyguard Yuna proposed, feeling like she wouldn't be able to live a normal life if she went that far. He caves in, but he will still walk with her from time to time, not because he is worried, but because he enjoys her company. He spots Yuna's acquaintance, who was waiting for him just outside the school. They ask who she is. She is Yuna's cousin, who says she wanted to thank them properly, perhaps by taking them out to dinner. Ijin refuses, saying he was already thanked by Yuna, so there is no need for such things. She is surprised at this refusal, saying she also has some things to ask him. He walks by her, however, annoyed at her constant nudging. He is not interested. She is even more surprised now, her guard asking if he should get them. She says to leave him, thinking he blatantly looked annoyed in front of her. At the PC cafe, Young-chan excuses himself to the bathroom, but while heading there, he bumps into a person who curses at him for not watching where he is going. Young-chan apologizes profusely. The guy prepares a slap, clearly trying to bully Young-chan. Lee steps in, however, confronting the bully directly, clearly scaring him. With one final glare from Lee, the bully backs off. Lee looks at Young-chan, saying they should go. Ju is going to be mad if they are late. They arrive back at the PCs, Ju asking what took them so long. Lee explains the situation, saying a student from Gosuk Technical High was trying to bully Young-chan. Ju asks Young-chan if he is all right, and he says that because of Lee, he was saved. At the entrance of the PC cafe, it seems like the bully came back with reinforcements. They walk to the group's table, who are too focused on the game to notice them instantly. Ju sees them, the bully saying to follow them outside. Young-chan thinks about the situation, thinking that things escalated because of him. The bully taunts them, thinking that they had more guys if they were so cocky in the first place. Lee mockingly says that he is acting tough now that he has backup, causing the bully to snap, throwing a punch at Lee. It doesn't hit, however, as he dodges and slaps the bully across the face. Young-chan is even more worried now, thinking that if he was more careful, none of this would have happened. Lee reassures him, saying it's not his fault, it's these guys. Ju notes that he stole this line from Ijin, with Lee flaring up in embarrassment. The bullies, having had enough of their playing around, charge them directly. Lee and Ju fight the bullies, making short work of most of them. They tell Young-chan to stay back, saying that they are the high ranks at this. He laments this, thinking that this was all because of him. They keep fighting, noting how these guys get back up constantly. One lands a swift blow on Lee, causing him to stumble, a perfect opportunity for a punch. He gets saved by Young-chan, however, who summons all his might to knock the bully down, allowing Lee to knock him out with a kick. It seems that they have defeated them all, with Lee asking Young-chan if he is okay. Young-chan apologizes once again, saying it was his fault that this happened, with Lee reassuring that he had no fault in this. Ijin texts them, wondering where they are. They pop out from behind a corner, saying that he missed a wicked 6 versus 3. They go back into the cafe, and are surprised by all the guys Ijin beat down. Ijin says that they attacked him due to the uniform that he was wearing. The group looks in awe at him. Thank you for watching. See you next time.